Okay, dekat sini ada crack tau. So crack dapat siapa yang, so first of all, you jangan open Katia tu, you jangan open dulu sebelum install crack. Pastikan you stop dulu Katia, you quit dulu Katia, jangan run Katia. So inside this crack, so please ensure that dia ada tulis sini crack ke apa and so on lah. And then kalau tak silap saya so inside here there are two method macam mana nak install crack. Tapi the most yang paling senang method using yang ini, yang second method is a copy js0group.dll and then you pastekan dia dalam C program file yang ada di source system, and then B19 Intel code bin. So it mean that you copy yang ini file ni, and then you kena paste dalam C drive, which is dia punya link dia, program file, resource system, B19 Intel code bin. Okay, dalam bin you pastekan this file. So it mean that copy this one, copy js0 group ni, copykan dia, copy. Macam saya dah copy dah, saya tunjuk contoh je. So once you already copy, and then you go to local drive C, for example kat sini, dia either kat sini this file, program file, ataupun yang program files x86 ni. So normally kalau, because this software lama, yang software lama normally dia akan being install, you punya program being install dalam ni, this program file, lepas tu this source system, under this source system B19 Intel, and then you pergi ke code, and then ada bin. So okay, so you pastekan file tadi, copy tadi, and then you need to paste it. Alright.
So ada record tak? Recording.
Oh yang ini, kejap saya pun lupa nak record. Okay. Mana nak record? Okay, sekejap. Record. Buat record dia berat lah komputer saya ni. Anyway boleh cuba Okay. Okay again, can you follow?
Boleh.
Okay. So again, dalam program file yang saya bagi pada you, so Katia ni, you open it, and then you find a crack folder here. Open crack folder. So this crack folder here, you can read kat sini ada two method. Either you using this method or using this method. So normally I prefer you use the second method, because this is simple and 90% confirm boleh run. Tapi yang atas ni tak sure, dia maybe 80 ke 90%, tapi yang bawah ni 95% run. Okay, so I suggest you using this method. So before you copy this one, you need to turn off your punya Katia. Alright, so copy this one. Okay, so it's mean that yang JS group ni you copy kan ya. This one you copy, and then you go to this one under program files 86. Okay, under this system, under B19, under Intel A, under code, under bin, and then just click any place, right click, and then just paste it. Okay, you pastekan dia. So you punya nanti yang itu, you akan ada jumpa tu file JJJ. Banyak file kat sini lah. Mana J. Okay, so around this area lah. Ni. Alright, so as you can see from here, nampak tak date dia? Yang lain-lain kata ni file-file semua 2008 tau. Sebelum ni. So when you paste, dia akan go to the latest version lah. For this one ni, this because this file is 2012. Saya install ni dah lama dah. Maybe ini saya dah lama install, dia 2012 lah. I'm not sure it depend lah. Kalau you install mungkin 2021 ke and so on. Tapi once you already install, and then you can turn it. You can start run Katia. Okay? Okay, try this one. Alright? Okay. Hopefully itu boleh bantu kamu. Okay. Alright, so far. Mana tadi? Okay, so far okay. Try ya. Alright. Alright. Okay. Saya nak tengok sini ada participant. Ada 21. Okay, semua ada Alright, semua ada. So, chart. Okay. So, you have any problem kat sini, you boleh inform me lah. Tak boleh nak install juga ke so on, you boleh try to inform me. Because last week ada 2-3 kawan-kawan kamu lah tanya saya macam mana nak install. Alright. Alright. Today's activity is more towards introduction to Katia lah. Introduction to Katia. We are going to use Katia lah. So first of all, we need to know better ataupun know the environment of Katia lah before we use it. Even you kena tahu juga macam mana nak gunakan mouse pun kena belajar. Itu dia. Nak gunakan mouse biasa kita klik-klik kan, tapi to manipulate mouse in Katia ada dia punya teknik-teknik. So this is very important lah. So I'm going to review dalam kita punya lab sheet ni. Selain kita akan go to how to play around with Katia. Sorry, batuk. We are going to do some exercise on activity lab activity 1. Yang ini, this is just a beginning for beginning of the sketching lah untuk 2D dia sorry. Dia more same with AutoCAD, tapi dia lebih mudah compared to AutoCAD. Itu. Kadang-kadang orang akan rasa dia berbeza lah. Okay. So today learning objective Okay, basically dalam subtopik pada today is about the entering sketcher, and then you are going to learn on initial reference plane, apa yang dikatakan reference planes, and then you are going to use 2D sketcher using line, rectangular, circle, arc, corner, ellipse, and other application on 2D and also applying constraint, profiling, and also operation. Okay, so which means that you should be able to apply various function of sketcher in part design workbench, and then you should be able to draw profile using various tools such as line, profile, rectangular, circle, arc, elongated hole, cylinder, elongated hole, etc. And then apply constraint. So apply constraint ni, there are 2 type of constraint. Yang first is a geometric constraint, and second is dimension constraint. Okay, so kalau you in 2D drawing, basically kita ada dimension. Dimension normally akan, kalau you belajar dalam AutoCAD, dimension ni ada banyak jenis. So the most important dimension yang you need to know dalam Katia ni is geometric constraint and also dimension constraint. Okay, so without constraint yang you kena set so you punya profile yang you buat nanti dia tak fully constraint. Okay, nanti you are going to learn lah. Alright, so you boleh gunakan apa-apa Katia yang you ada, sama ada yang latest ataupun yang saya bagi kamu lah. So inside our lab we have R2017 kita ada R2017. So yang ni R nanti ni dia lowest lagi. Okay. So sekarang ni dia punya version for Katia ni dia ada yang sebelum ni pun ada lagi lah. Tapi yang last yang kita gunakan baru lower than 2017. Okay. So sekarang ni nowadays it depends on year. So every year Katia akan upgrade dia punya software, and now we have a RV5 R2021. Okay. So you can use other software lah sebenarnya nak buat dalam nak belajar Katia, nak belajar CAD/CAM ni. You can also use ada Katia, ada software, tapi the difficulties is kita nak synchronizekan sistem ni. Itu you boleh juga belajar gunakan SolidWorks and so on, tapi bila masuk CAM dia sedikit berbeza sebab teknik dia berbeza. Okay. CNC milling berbeza, dia punya teknik macam mana nak simulate ya. Berbanding kalau kita gunakan SolidWorks ataupun gunakan Katia. So bila kita ada teknik yang berbeza, nanti masing-masing saya pun ada difficulties lah nak mengajar ni. Yang ini berbeza, tu yang berbeza. So kita prefer using Katia lah. Okay, so this is exercise, a simple exercise that you are going to perform. Kalau sempat lah pada hari ni. Okay, tapi anyway you kena juga buat exercise ni ya. Ada banyak bagi exercise ni. So for example this one, normally is simple exercise. Yang nak gunakan pakai AutoCAD pun simple juga, tapi gunakan Katia lagi senang. Yeah. Okay, so see again, there are some procedure here. Ini dia punya drawing, and also this is a procedure dia. Alright, this is a part again. You kena faham. This is dia punya profile ni. Profile apa benda ni? For example, this is a rectangular. This is circle. This is we call a elongated circle. This is we call elongated circle. Okay. Okay. Ataupun so elongated hole. Right. So kita ada circle, ada elongated hole. Sorry. Okay. So term tu yang penting lah. So kat sini macam mana we are going to use term-term lain macam mana kita nak apply mirror macam mana. So how to apply mirror and so on. So again exercise yang kat sini. Okay. Ini. Okay, again yang ni as you can see. This is a elongated hole. Yang ini cylindrical elongated hole. Term ni. Dia ada sikit-sikit term lah yang kena tahu lah. So normally you akan familiarize lah dengan term-term ni. So this is simple drawing and so on. Hopefully you can do it by your own self lah. Okay. Kita nak belajar kena banyak exercise. Itu saja. Okay. Alright. So before we start to draw this drawing ni, part ni, okay, you kena familiarize nak gunakan Katia. So alright, we are going to open Katia ni. Alright. So by default, okay. Okay, can you see Katia apa? Workbench ataupun environment? Boleh nampak tak?
Boleh.
Alright. Okay. Alright, saya takut saya cakap seorang-seorang je ni. Alright, so when you open, when you start Katia, open Katia, this is the default, default ataupun dia punya environment ataupun window yang akan appear. So this area ni, this area yang top ni, normally kita sebut sebagai menu lah, menu toolbar. Okay, this is menu toolbar, and then kat sini sebut ada punya application toolbar. Alright, so by default Katia environment dia akan keluar macam ini, product. So product is mean dia dalam bentuk assembly. So bila kita nak buat design 2D, we need to start from design lah, part design, bukannya product. Okay, so we need to close this one. Alright. Okay, close this one, and then There are 2 or 3 method macam mana nak open kita punya sketcher. Alright. First, you can open file, new. Ni nak open part design new, and then kat sini we have a new analysis. You nak buat apa? What you are going to do? You nak buat part. Okay. Kalau you nak buat analysis, create analysis. Tapi so far kalau you nak buat drawing kat sini, you buat drawing. Tapi in this case, we are going to draw part whole product using part. Okay. You need to select part. Click part and then click OK. Okay. And then for example, you want to kat sini enter part name. Okay, part name is a name. Name apa yang you nak buat. So, for example, you nak buat mouse. M-O-U-S-E. Okay, part mouse. Ataupun apa-apa part lah. That you are going to do. And then you offkan ni dulu. Creating wireframe. Offkan ni. Temporary you offkan dulu. Okay, nanti kita akan gunakan. Enter part name, mouse, and then you click OK. So automatically part design environment will be appear. So as you can see from here, right? As you can see from here, this is we call specification tree ataupun part tree design. Yeah, design tree. So nombor ni dalam kata kita we call it specification tree. So this is a part name that yang kita create tadi. And then this is the plane system. Okay, so this is the part mana where ada punya part nanti ataupun dia punya activity yang kita akan buat at this area. Alright. So again, so kat sini as you can see dia punya top this ada main menu. Main menu kita ada file, kita boleh save management and so on lah. Kita ada edit, insert. Okay, insert kat sini. And so on lah. Alright. So ada numbers of tool. And then also tool here. Okay. Again here. Kat sini. So dia ada right side kat sini. On the right you punya Windows ni. Kat sini we call it toolbar. This is a tool ataupun application toolbar. Dia akan appear kat sini. Dia kadang-kadang kalau you open, sometimes dia berada sini, dia random, kadang berada sini kan. Okay, so again as you can see from here, so this toolbar nya, kalau kamu klik kat sini, dia ada part design. So sini this is indicate part design. Alright, so it means that kalau you dalam part design environment, so this gear must be appear part design. Kalau dia ada, if you find out kat sini ada 2 gear, mana kata yang kat sini adalah dalam bentuk product design. So product design is mean that dia punya environment tu dalam assembly design. So sekarang ni you belum belajar assembly, kita nak belajar tentang part design. Please ensure that every time that you open you punya file ni, please ensure that this satu gear saja. This is main part design. Okay. Okay, tadi saya beritahu tentang macam mana first method how to open part design workbench. Yeah. Part design workbench, macam mana first method how to open part design. Okay. Tadi first method and then I close again. No second method is from start mechanical design, part design. Okay. Bye. So and then you name a part kat sini. Mouse again. Kita buat mouse again. Click OK. Okay. Sekarang you punya mouse kat sini keluar lah. You punya part name. Sama juga Alright. So that is a second method. First method from part new. Second method from start mechanical design, part design, and kita tutup lagi third method. Kat bawah ni at the bottom of your punya workbench ni, kita ada icon. This icon. Just click here and then find out part and then click OK. See, for example mouse one lah. Okay. Okay, again So this is your part name. So this is your part name. And then this is a plane. Okay. Alright. Okay. So as you can see from here, this is you punya working window. This is your working window. And then this is you punya plane. So you punya plane ni will be highlight here. Kalau you select this plane, okay, automatically, for example, XY plane. So XY plane, so mean that yang belah sini, yang center ni. Okay, kalau I klik kat sini, so it mean that this is XY plane. Okay, this one YZ plane. So this one YZ plane, if I select the plane here and then automatically at the specification tree, it will be highlight. Okay, for example, this one is this YZ plane. So this one is ZX plane. Okay, alright. So if you want to draw part ataupun 2D drawing, you need to select plane first. Where you are going to draw you punya part tersebut. Ya, kita kena draw lah dekat plane mana kan? Ya kan? You nak draw dekat plane XY ke, YZ ke, ZX ke, it depends on the product yang kita nak buat. Okay? Tapi kalau setakat 2D ni kita boleh pilih, normally orang akan pilih XY plane lah, because dia simple. Tapi kalau 3D ni you kena decide which plane you should select. Okay? Alright. So this one you kena faham tentang plane ni. So this plane ni saya boleh, kalau dia ni plane ni, I can show and also hide dia. Right click and show hide. Right click, show hide. So kat sini plane dia tak ada. So it mean that plane ni will as a default adalah punya 00 dia. 00 of your drawing environment. Okay. And then you can open again this one and also this one. Okay. So dia punya by default 00 dia berada di sini lah. Okay. Alright. So okay, this plane. Alright. So kat sini you punya ada tool drawing semua and so on kan. Okay. And then you find out dia punya drawing ni kadang-kadang berterabur. Okay. So kita kena pastikan bahawa all tools are available dalam you punya CATIA. So what you have to do is you need to set dia punya drawing environment. Okay? So you need to go to tool and then go to customize. Okay, pergi ke toolbar. Okay, pergi ke toolbar and then what you have to do is sorry, batuk. This is the first setting. Setiap kali once you identify you punya toolbar ni messy, kejap ada atas, kejap ada bawah ni, you boleh arrange lah. Okay, so you kena you need to restore all content. Okay, restore content, click all. So it mean that all dia punya content ataupun necessary tools akan kita akan panggil lah, restore it. And then go to restore position. Once you click restore position, so automatically all the tools will be placed at a proper area lah. Okay, dia memang default dia kat situ. So this one, kalau you misal kata ini tak ini tak mahu kan, you boleh tutup ya. Okay, and then you close. So by default when you restore position, all the toolbar will be placed at the default position. Yeah, dia akan berada kat sini lah, sepanjang sini, dalam-dalam and so on. Okay, kalau kamu klik, tarik je. You can also drag. You can also drag. Kat sini ada banyak ni, dalam ni. Bisa kata you tak jumpa. So yang ini pun penting. Dia tak ada. So normally yang ni penting lah. Okay, you boleh juga, you can also place you punya toolbar yang penting-penting dekat sini, for example. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, for example, you can also press kat here. Okay. Alright. Okay, nampak tak ni? Okay, saya drag this one. Saya drag this one, tapi dia tak boleh naik macam ni kan? How to vertical ataupun horizontal this toolbar. So what you have to do is pick this area, pick this one, and then you tekan shift, press shift, and then automatic your tool, you punya toolbar ni boleh akan beri horizontal ataupun vertical lah. Okay, so this is annotation. Pick anyone, okay. You boleh, which mean you can change the punya orientation of you punya toolbar ni by press shift. You kena press shift. Press shift. Okay, you press shift this one. Okay, nampak akan jadi sini, part design. Kalau you tak tekan press shift, dia akan it will be appear like this. And then you press shift, dia akan appear. Okay, this one for example, you press shift, okay, dia akan jadi sini. Okay, so you boleh tahu. You can know kat mana you this is apa, this is toolbar untuk apa, this is toolbar for dress up picture, this is toolbar for annotation, this is for part design, this is for reference element. So by pressing shift. Okay, alright. so yang ini bisa kata you tak nak, so you boleh letak balik sini, boleh, tak ada masalah, tak balik and so on. Ataupun you boleh tutup mana yang tak penting, boleh tutup. Tapi if you pergi toolbar tak jumpa, you just go to tool, customize, and then go to restore content. Boleh, tapi normally saya biasa sekali saja restore content untuk hari yang pertama, ataupun once you open first time, you just restore content lah. And then second dah tak perlu, you just restore position aja. Okay, click restore position, and automatically all toolbar will be back to the default position. And then this one is not necessary. Okay, this one is the first setting. Alright, so second setting, you need to ensure that you punya working environment is proper ataupun proper setting. Yeah, so it's mean that okay, go to tools and then go to option. Example, sekejap ni apa ni, you set parameter value to default one. Okay, misal kata you tersalah setting, you buat you setting sana, you setting sini kan, sekali tersalah lah, and then you tak tahu ni macam mana nak ubah dia punya, for example, you tertukar macam ni kan, apply, sorry, tool option. Okay, for example, you tertukar dia punya display, bukan display sini, background ni you tertukar warna ni, klik OK, berubah, banyaklah you tukar. so many item that you change, and then you nak pergi balik kan kepada existing setting, you just create this one, restore parameter, ataupun this tab, ataupun for all the tab, klik OK. Apa jadi? Okay, nampak? So as you can see, tadi saya punya setting dia punya belakang environment tu dia warna biru ni kan, biru-biru cair ni kan. So as you can see from here, when you create this default set automatic all environment background dia will become macam ni, biru ni. Saya tukar setting, and then again you nampak ni, dia punya setting pun dah berubah ni. Okay, and then go to option. Okay, So normally saya suka tukar dia punya background because saya suka nak tengok kadang-kadang bila saya nak capture gambar kan nak capture gambar part design ni, saya tak nak warna di belakang dia gelap sangat. Saya jadi that's why saya tukar dia jadi warna ni. Alright? Okay. Tools again, option. Okay. Alright. So that is a default setting. Sekiranya kamu tanpa sengaja you tukar semua setting dia. Alright. So basically bila you install, dia already default. Macam saya dah lama pakai kan. Saya dah lama dah 3, 4, 5 tahun dulu saya dah pakai. Saya lupa nak maybe saya nak go back to the original setting. I just click this icon to default to go back to the default one. Okay, again. Second thing that you need to check is parameter measure. Okay. So parameter measure ni you need to check your punya unit. Alright. Okay, please ensure that here you punya kat sini must be set dia dalam mm ya. Length kat sini mm. Okay. So misal kata you punya drawing nak tukar kepada kepada inci pun boleh. Alright. And then you kena klik okay. So you change that one because when you need to bila ada drawing gunakan inci. Ya, kita ada exercise nanti dia punya drawing environment using measurement inches. So we need to change that one. Please ensure that you check you punya setting first. So this is very important. kalau you tak belajar ni nanti ada problem banyak. So this why this is the setting. Alright. Okay. Now you already learn macam mana dia punya basic setting. Okay. Sekarang ni kita akan belajar. We are going to start how to start making a sketch. So, so again, as you can see from here, to start a sketch, kita boleh ada 3 method, 3 method how to start making a sketch. Okay. Method yang pertama, kita klik this one, XY plane. So when you select XY plane, by default plane kat sini will be selected. Okay, nampak So this is XY plane. And then you go to sketch. Okay, nampak So kat sini automatic sketch will be open. Alright. So sini sketch environment dah terbuka. Okay, saya tutup. Okay, cancel. Alright. Okay, so kalau if you want to go back to the part environment, and the same environment here, mouse, and then you need to exit workbench. So as you can see from here, kat sini the top corner, top corner here. So this icon or symbol represent a sketch environment. Okay, you have to remember this one. Kalau bentuk dia macam gini, you mesti this is sketch environment. Okay. To go back to the existing environment, you just exit workbench. Click this one, exit workbench. Okay, nampak? So exit workbench, and then they go back to the original environment. So tadi yang first step, click XY plane, click sketch. Itu untuk pertama. Second is, okay, click this one, click this plane, click sketch. Nampak? Sama. So kat sini kita akan nampak ni. Same method when we select XY plane, go to sketch, ataupun plane, go to sketch. Okay, third method, pick sketch. Pick sketch and then select. You can select either this one ataupun kat sini. Okay, you nak sketch kat mana? So you going to sketch, okay, kat sini. Pick this one. Alright. So this is you boleh Jangan maksudnya you nanti kalau cik saya boleh macam ni cik, ni boleh macam ni. Nah, dia banyak cara. Okay, macam apa animated you can do. Okay, bukannya 1-2 method. Tu normally yang by default ataupun yang saya tahu ni so far 3 method lah. Simple. So alright. So this is sketcher workbench. So sketcher workbench yang mana you are going to draw you punya part. So this is for example this one. Ni apa benda punya toolbar. If you tak, kalau you tak tahu ni, you tekan shift, nampak? Okay, this is profile toolbar. And this one benda ya toolbar, click shift. And then this is operation toolbar. Dekat sini. Kat sini ada toolbar. Tapi you kena tak boleh terlindung kan? Okay, terlindung. So this is very important as well. Alright. So grid ni macam AutoCAD dia ada grid, ada snap, ada construction line. Okay. So kalau this is on the top of this one, you drag kat sini apa dapat? This is sketch tool. You boleh letak atas sorry. Okay. This profile boleh letak atas ni. Operation pun you can also play this. Okay. So as you can see from here, can also boleh letak sini. Tak ada masalah. Yang ini tak ada. Alright. So this one you off, so grid akan turn off. Okay. Turn on grid, turn off grid. So this grid is give you overview ataupun dia beritahu misal kata you nak draw part ni dia punya satu from one grid to another grid is about 10 lah. Nanti kita check. It's about 10 mm. Okay. So so this one snap to point. Macam AutoCAD lah, snap to point. So snap to point is mean that when you click this one, so automatically you punya point ni will be snap at a point. For example, saya nak draw profile. Okay, tak nampak. Tak berapa nampak lah. Okay, so kat sini tak nampak kan. Saya punya cursor you cannot see kan. Saya punya ada dia punya point ni tak boleh nampak. Okay. Okay, you need to pergi ke tool, option, you tukar you punya display. Kena under visualization, tukar sini lah bagi nampak. So ini this is snap. You kena off kan snap. Nampak? This is off snap. Okay. So I say, okay, first, for example, we are going to buat, this is profile. Macam mana you nak buat rectangular, we want to make circle, spline, ellipse, line and also axis. Okay, kat sini dia punya ni lah. For example, you nak buat part. Okay, so as you can see from here, untuk profile you boleh tengok circle, there are many type of circle. So as you can see from here, you can have a elongated hole, cylindrical elongated hole. Ni saya ada beritahu tadi kan. So ada part yang keyhole profile, ada hexagon, ada center rectangle, ada yang centered parallelogram rectangle. Okay, for example circle, you can make a circle, click this circle part until kita sebut ni orange color appear, and then you can pick this one, drag it. So as you can see from here, okay, nampak? Bila you drag, you must remember. Okay, this one dia punya snap ataupun grid ni 10 is about 10. So you can move it. Okay, for example, you want to make a 100 times 50. 100 times 50. Okay, you just drag, jangan klik lagi. You just drag. Okay, estimate lebih kurang sini. You want to draw a rectangle. Pada punya rectangle size is 100 times 50. Okay, you just drag you punya cursor ni until lebih kurang macam ni lah. Bawah kecil pun boleh. Tak semestinya, it's no need to have a perfect dimension because this is a integrated software. Nanti kita letak dimension, dia akan berubah sendiri, tak macam AutoCAD lah. Okay. Alright, so for example saya set kat sini lebih kurang about this size just klik kat sini. Alright, so as you can see from here, okay, saya boleh besarkan kecilkan part ni menggunakan mouse. You can also resize. You can also use kat sini kan kita ada view kat sini. You can also using this one, positive, negative. This one view ni, pen tu apa? Ni pen and so on. Okay. Ini kalau you rotate. Ni kalau you rotate, and then this is fit. Okay, ni kalau you fit all. Okay, kat sini ada view, macam mana nak view part You can also use your mouse. For example, you nak kecil besarkan ataupun you want to zoom. You want to zoom, you just click at the middle button of your mouse. Click nampak tak? Bila you move kat sini, klik tengah-tengah middle button and then you move it. So it means kat sini kita boleh sama juga fungsi dia yang dekat sini, pen. So pen macam ni. Press middle button of your mouse and then you move it. Okay, again. If you want to zoom in, zoom out using this button kat sini ada positive, negative view. You must click at the middle button and then at the same time you click yang dekat klik sekali belah kanan. Click one time only right mouse button and then you gerakkan you punya mouse ke atas ke bawah and then you can zoom in and also zoom out. Okay, so to zoom in, zoom out, continuously press middle button and then click one time on the right button and then you boleh drag you punya mouse ni. Okay, alright. Okay, if you accidentally bila you buat macam ni kan and then you press both middle button and also right button, you press simultaneously, you press both and then you gerakkan dia. Alamak, dia dah bergerak, dia jadi rotate. Alright, so it's become rotate. Okay, so bila become rotate, alamak, macam mana nak pergi back to the original position, original view. So bila you dah terrotate ini, because you press dua button ni, sepatutnya you untuk zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, you just press middle button continuously and then just click one only on the right button and then but you accidentally press dua-dua jadi macam ni. So what you have to do, you need to go to normal view. Click normal view. Alright. Okay, so this is macam mana you need to manipulate because you are going to face this. Bila you buat alamak macam ni, buat macam ni, ada problem. So you need to familiarize with the CATIA setting. Okay, so far boleh dapat tak? Boleh faham?
Boleh.
Okay, alright, clear Cuma sorry lah, saya batu-batu lagi ni pula. Okay. Alright. Alright, tadi okay, dia bergerak sikit. Saya tadi saya terklik sampai 2 kali. Jadi I have to go back to the normal position. Alright. Okay. So bila as you can see, when we draw profile, for example, any profile. So as you can see kat sini, there are constraint appear. So constraint mean kat sini this geometric constraint. Geometric constraint H mean horizontal, V mean vertical. So it mean that this is vertical line, this is this is horizontal line, this is vertical line. Alright? Okay. And then kalau saya gerakkan dia, okay, saya boleh gerakkan part ni. So part ni bergerak. This part can be easily movable because saya I didn't place any dimension. Saya tak letakkan dia di satu lagi constraint, iaitu dimension constraint. So bila dia tak letak dimension constraint, so part ni akan mudah bergerak lah. Okay. Tapi at the same time, this part dia tak bergerak, dia tak kalau you buang ni kan, for example I select this one horizontal ni, and then saya delete dia, delete, and then saya gerakkan dia. Nampak ha? So line horizontal tadi, line horizontal tadi becomes tak constraint lah. So dia akan variable lah, bergerak freely move because dia punya constraint ataupun dia punya geometric constraint tu saya tak define. So you need to define this line must be in horizontal ke vertical ke and so on. So in this case we want to we want this line is on horizontal position. So just click this one, tick this one, and then go to yang atas ni, define constraint. We need to define. Pick this one, define constraint, and then we place it horizontal. Nampak? So this must be horizontal, and then click OK. Kalau you click vertical, alright. What happen? Kat sini you letak horizontal, satu vertical. Dia automatic dia jadi bengong kan? Sebab dia tak tahu aku punya designer ataupun owner ni nak suruh aku jadi apa kan? Nak vertical ke horizontal? So you need to decide, kena decide satu. So normally kita nak dia horizontal, one only. So it's become tak ada purple lah. So it's been kat sini, you nampak tak line ni? So dia ada line warna merah, ada warna apa ni namanya, warna apa nama sebut nama dia, warna bukan cyan, warna apa ni indigo Okay, kalau dia warna ni, mana kata you di kat sini you over define. So you punya drawing ni akan jadi over define. So you need to define it properly. Okay, for example you offkan ni, you letak kat sini. So nampak? Bila you salah define, jadi vertical lah semua. Offkan dia, letak balik. Okay. Tengok, dia jadi terbalik lah. Anyway, klik OK je. Okay. So nampak? Dia jadi macam gini kan? Saya just drag. I drag this part. Saya boleh pindahkan dia ke sini, pindah kat sini. Okay? You don't worry. Kalau you punya part yang tak ada suddenly you draw a part and then dia jadi macam ni. So you don't need to worry because you can easily, freely pick any point ataupun any profile, you just drag it and then place at a proper position. Okay, itu. Alright. And then since this profile you need to define in term of dia punya geometric constraint and also dimension constraint. So kat sini kita dah ada geometric constraint, and then we need to letakkan dia vertical dimension constraint. So untuk letak dimension constraint, what you have to do is you just click this one, constraint. Ya, yang ini. Bukan yang satu lagi, bukan yang define ni, dan yang bawah ni, constraint only. Pick the constraint, pick this one, tak bawah dimension kena tak bawah. Okay. Okay, nampak? 100. You just double click this one and then type 100. Example. Okay. So automatically your punya line will be set up to 100. Okay, again kat sini pick this one, kita letak paste this one, pick this one, for example you nak dia 50, just double click tak 50. Okay. Alright. So it means that kalau you punya drawing, you punya sketch in a green profile ataupun green condition, so it means that you punya drawing is fully defined. Ya, fully defined. Kalau kat sini tak ada, okay, ada putih satu, mana kata you punya drawing tak fully defined. Kalau, okay, for example, this is not fully defined. This is not fully defined. This one is fully defined. But this one, dia letak lagi. What happen? It's become purple. So, purple is meant over-defined ataupun over-constrained. Okay? So, it means that you dah ada dimension kat bawah. It's not necessary to have a second dimension on the top of this part. Okay? So, once you find out if your part is become purple ni, so automatically kat sini dia akan jadi warna ni, and then you is mean that is over defined ataupun over constrained. Okay, you need to delete. Pick this over constrained design, pick this one, just press delete. Tekan delete. So in a proper way atau proper profile sketch is in a green condition. Okay, mesti dalam keadaan yang hijau. Okay, okay. Itu penting. Okay, again. Okay, let's say I delete this one. Okay, I want to draw a circle. Circle. I pick. Okay. Okay, again, circle. So, this is circle. And then, nak letak dimension. I pick, just select this constraint. Pick this one. Okay, diameter 28. Okay, I want to change it to, for example, 70. Okay. Okay. So again, as you can see from here, your punya circle kita tak define. Tak define, so bila kita tak define, we can freely movable. Dia boleh bergerak lah. So to fully define here, kita kena, which mean that we need to we need to define dia punya position. Where does this circle in place? Kat mana kita letak ni? Kat sini ke? Berapa jarak dia? What is the distance? So it means that you need to define. So to define this one, you just you nak masukkan dia, you ada dua method. It depend. You nak letak dia position daripada sini ke sini. So it means that you kena define the distance this circle to the origin point. Kat sini kita punya origin point. Okay, for example, constraint, pick this horizontal, pick this point kat sini. Okay, nampak? Okay, pick this one, pick this line, pick this point. Nampak? Okay, ini tak ini boleh letak sini. Nampak So automatic you punya circle is fully defined because you already place the location position. You belajar AutoCAD ada location position. So that's why you kena tahu apa je location position lah, center position lah. So apa yang what did you learn from engineering graphic 1 tu, engineering graphic tu will be applied secara tak langsung dalam Katia ni, especially dalam 2D. Okay, so this one, for example kita nak tukar position ni, just click for example 50, kita ubah dia. This one 60. Okay, ada banyak lagi method. You can also learn ni dekat Katia, ada macam-macam. Kalau you ubah, for example you ubah kat sini 50, and then you nak sini pun berubah 2 kali ganda. Kalau you ubah sini 50, yang ini nak jadi 100, you boleh set. Yeah? Dia ada dia punya setting. For example kat sini, okay, more, tak apa, ini kedian, nanti belajar, nanti pening kepala. Nanti you belajar advance sikit nanti. Okay, alright. So as you can see from here, ataupun you can also delete this one, okay. How to locate the center of the center to center of the origin. This is origin. How to locate this one, macam mana kita nak letak kat sini. Okay, what you have to do is pick constraint, pick this one, and also pick this point, origin, pick this one, also origin, right? And then you right click, okay, you can also play kat sini coincident. Okay, so you, kat sini is in this case there are numbers of term, you are number of term that you akan belajar lah. Kat sini coincident. So coincident, pick this coincident automatically. Automatically your profile will be placed to the 0 position. Kat sini. Alright, nampak? Okay. Okay, again, letak. Withdraw again. Withdraw a circle again, and then kat sini. Kalau you pick this one, you pick any line, and then you automatically akan constraint define dialog box will be appear, and then if you pick this one, you can also find out number of constraint here. Ya, nampak? Constraint definition. So constraint definition kat sini ada distance, length. Kat sini tak ada length. You nak fix ke? So kat sini we have number midpoint, symmetry, vertical, horizontal, perpendicular, parallelism, tendency, concentricity, coincident. So these are the constraint term, constraint definition. Apa yang normally being used ni banyak, inilah semua. Normally kita akan gunakan coincident, concentricity, tangency. Alright, tangency. Okay. Okay. Alright, okay, kejap. Saya delete ni. Saya buat satu lagi circle. Okay. Saya buat satu lagi circle. And then saya letakkan dia dimension. Mana tadi? For example, 80. Alright. And then saya nak buat daripada satu line ke satu line sini. So saya draw. Pick this line, saya pick this one, saya pick this one. Nampak? And then I want to have a tangent line. Tangent line between this circle and also this line. So what I have to do is, apa yang saya kena buat ni adalah select this point, this circle and also this line simultaneously. So we want to select if you want to select both profile ataupun element, you kena tekan control. Yeah. Press one and then press control, press this one, so automatically orange color will be appear. Okay, and then you go to constraint this one and then go pick tangency. Pick tangency betul. So automatically, as you can see from here, this tangency symbol will be appear. Nampak tak? Yang ni. Kat sini dia akan appear. Alright. and then klik OK. Alright, again. Nampak tak ni? Dia bergerak kan? So, you punya circle ni bergerak because of kita tak define kan dia. Okay. So again, pick this one, press control, press second line, go to tangency, go to defines constraint, go to the tangency and click OK. So automatically your line will be constrained. Okay. Tapi masih lagi part ni masih lagi on the constraint because you need to define the position of the circle. Okay, for example, you can also double click. Double click this constraint will automatically set constraint ni set dia punya environment dalam keadaan constraint. So I mean example, okay, this one, pick this point, letakkan dia dimension. Okay, so again, as you can see from here, masih lagi orange. Mana kata you boleh lagi pick this one. Ni kat sini. Kat sini. Okay. Okay, 50. Enter. This one, 100. Enter. Okay. So again, dia masih lagi dalam keadaan kat sini. You can also create dimension. Okay, you kena off kan dia. Need to off it. Okay. Alright. So dimension. Kalau you salah position, you can just drag dia punya position. Okay. Alright. Too simple. Tapi yang exercise yang kita nak buat ni ada banyak lagi lah ya. Ini kita belajar guna rectangle, gunakan circle, ada banyak. Circle ni ada macam-macam. Nanti you need to try. Okay, for example, saya delete ni. For example, I am going to draw a circle. For example, yang gini. Centered rectangle. I pick centered rectangle. So it means that I need to select sini. Select this one and then automatically I move it. I move and then automatic dia punya circle ni will be double lah. Nampak? So it means that kat sini dia ada symmetry. Ni this is vertical, this is horizontal. At the same time, this is ada symbol symmetry. Symmetry and also symmetry ni. Symmetry and ada perpendicular. Nampak simbol ni? Ataupun kalau you klik kat sini, equidistant. Ataupun kita sebut sebagai equidistant. Ataupun simetri lah. Okay, kat sini ada equidistant. So, apa kita letak dimension, constraint, just create this one. Create this one again. Untuk constraint, okay, 100. Example, 100. This one, 150. Okay. So, number of method macam mana kita nak draw circle lah. And so on. Nanti kita tengok exercise ni. Okay. Okay. Once you already draw, bila you draw and then you please ensure that this is fully defined in a green color, and then you need to save part tersebut. Kat sini save, pick kat sini pun boleh, file save kat sini pun boleh, ataupun you nak save as pun boleh. Macam biasalah, you nak file tu apa, you save. Okay, so you save kat mana you punya, dalam you punya own folder lah. For example lah, you save apa-apa part kamu, buatkan your own folder. For example, nanti saya punya lah. Okay. So as you can see, bila this is your part yang you already define, and then dia punya save as type, untuk Katia part, this is punya Katia part. dia punya file extension is on Katia part. Okay. Jangan diubah pula STL ke IGS ke model STP and so on. Ini dia punya untuk benda-benda yang lain lah. You boleh juga install. You boleh juga install you save file to STL file ke. Biasa orang guna you use Katia file to STL because kita nak buat prototype, nak gunakan mesin prototyping, ya. 3D printer, you boleh savekan you punya file dalam STL. Tapi in this case by default kita punya part dalam Katia part. You just save it. Okay. You just save it and then okay, kalau you exit Workbench, so automatically part suka part ni dia jadi sini lah. Dimension tadi dah tak ada, because this dia dalam part design punya environment. So you akan belajar buat, for example, lepas after you draw sketch and then you nak buat 3D model, you just pick this one, for example saya extendkan sikit lah. Sepatutnya you belajar just 2D, tapi daripada from sketch okay, you lihat, you see kat sini, this is specification 3 and then you click this one, sketch. Okay, pick this one ataupun pick this one. Tapi kalau you pick this one, dia satu line je. Kalau you pick this, dia akan pick everything dalam sketch. And then kalau you pick this one, you pad this part, so it will become a profile kat sini to become 3D. Okay, boleh extendkan dia. Okay, so kalau misal kata dalam certain macam Katia yang baru-baru, kita boleh extend dia punya dimension ni lah. Kalau macam ni tak boleh. Boleh. Okay, faham? Okay, for example, length dia ni kita letakkan dia for example 80. Okay, so that's why you can manipulate zoom out, zoom on using mouse. You punya mouse, you can rotate you punya ni part ni using you punya mouse. Okay, and then this dalam keadaan isometric view. Klik balik dalam keadaan isometric view. Kalau you klik kat sini, tak ada apa. Tak ada apa. Ini just untuk for normal view, is for drafting yang tadi sebelum tu. So kalau untuk 3D view, you can select this one. Okay, select this one. Okay, this is front view. Okay guys, this is back view, for example. Okay, this is side view. Okay, you can also create multi view. Pick this one, so akan ada multi view. So this is multi view. Kalau you gerak sini, dia gerak lah. Kalau pick sini, okay, manipulate. You can manipulate this part. Okay, offkan balik, can go to isometric view. Okay. Alright, so now we are going to do, hello? Ya, ada soalan? Tak ada? Okay, so kalau tak ada soalan, okay, kita try to do some exercise. Exercise yang pada sketch 1. So I just want to ensure that you are familiar with the environment Katia lah. So as you can see from here, okay, for example, nanti sebelum tu, okay, bila saya dah masuk dalam this environment, part design environment, I'm going back to workbench ataupun sketch environment. Macam mana nak go back to the sketch environment, nak balik pada sketch yang sebelum ni? Saya just ni kat sini kan. Kita boleh nampak, we can also see ataupun kita hide kan dia ataupun appear kan, show kita punya sketch ni. Right click, and then show. So automatic as you can see kat sini, you akan nampak dia punya line putih. Alright. Okay. You can also unhide dia. Nampak? Okay, hide and hide. Okay. So this is very important lah kalau you nak tahu macam mana keadaan you punya sketch. And then you can also how to go back ataupun return to your punya sketch. What you have to do, you just double click. You need double click sketch ni. Double click sketch. Okay. Alright. So once you already double click sketch and then you want to change, for example, you want to change ni jadi 400. Boleh juga ubah. And then you just go to the exit workbench. Exit workbench. Nampak? Okay. So this is the beauty of a 3D model lah. Especially dalam CATIA ni, because saya dah biasa guna CATIA ni, saya familiar dengan CATIA lah. SolidWorks pun sama juga boleh guna, sama juga dia punya konsep. Alright. Alright. Go back to sketch. You nak tukar ni balik pada for example 50 pun boleh. Okay. Exit workbench. Okay, so lipat-lipat je di sini. Okay. So by clicking this sketch tadi. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, so kita try buat exercise satu tadi berdasarkan pada what you learn. Ini saya tak save lah. No. Okay. So exercise tadi kita this part mana tadi? Okay. So kita punya exercise ni you need to know ni. Okay, this one dimension dalam mm ada tak dimension dalam inci? Ini mm, ini mm. Oh, okay, semua dalam mm. Okay, tak ada yang dalam inci. Tapi yang exercise yang kedua nanti ada dalam inci. Okay. So this one kita letak kat tepi ni. And then ni kita dragkan ni ke tepi ni. Ini kita kecilkan dia sikit lah. You can also nak buat ni, dia kadang-kadang mengganggu kita punya ni. You boleh juga capture this part using you punya handphone Capture this part using you punya handphone and then you boleh tengok lah dia punya ni. Okay, this one. Alright. So saya going to start. Saya klik sini lah. New part, type P part, and then enter part name. You can for example exercise 1 EX1 exercise 1. Okay, tadi saya on off kan ni kan. Apa jadi kalau saya create dia enable hybrid design? Klik okay. Okay. Tak ada apa-apa. Okay. So biarkan dia by default. Okay. Alright. So you punya CATIA environment pun dah appear, and then you need to draw this part. So to draw this part you need to kena plan lah nak buat ni macam mana ni. Okay. So this kalau macam ini kita boleh gunakan line ini, tapi saya akan tunjukkan satu method yang paling simple lah selain gunakan line. Okay. Saya akan gunakan profile. Kat sini you apply profiling. Apply profiling to draw the sketch line, arc ataupun circle. Okay. Okay. So kalau you first time you tengok benda part ni sebab you tak pernah guna CATIA, you akan buat pakai line punya icon. Tapi kat sini you suggest gunakan profile and then apply constraint. Okay, select XY plane, any plane. You nak buat pun X, Y, Z plane pun boleh, ZX plane pun boleh. Tapi normally kalau 2D ni setakat ni saya buat dalam XY plane. So clear this one, sketch. Alright. Okay, so what you have to do kat sini, mana tak nampak, tak jumpa kat sini, you can drag, ambil part ni. Tak ada. Yang dekat atas ni je. Bukan. Okey, soalan dia tak nampak. Okey. So kat sini you punya profile tak ada. Apa yang you kena buat ni adalah pergi ke tool, you go to customize, toolbar restore position. Okey, nampak So yang ini punya drawing toolbar will be appear. So dia akan juga berada kat sini lah. Okay. Alright, itu biasa. Dia jangan risau. Dia akan ada kat sini, tapi dia tak ada apa, tak mengganggu pun. Alright. So kita kecilkan ni lagi. Okay. And then we use profile. Okay. Ambil ni. Profile. Okay, this one. Okay, saya this one select this point, and then saya pick this point sebab I use this one as a center saya. This is my zero position. Alright. This is my zero position. Yep. Okay, sini. 0 boleh. Okay, ambil ni sebagai my zero position. Okay, nampak? Saya dragkan this point up to under 20. Nampak So kat sini saya letak 120, boleh 120, 124, 125 is up to you lah, tak kisah. Pick this point, click, and then gerakkan dia ke atas 10, it's about this size, and then this one, like this one, okay. Okay, naikkan dia sikit, like this one. Okay, so kita nak buat benda bulat, kan? So profile like this. So what you have to do, you need to select this one, tangent arc, pick the tangent arc. Okay, nampak? When you select pick tangent arc, automatically dia akan jadi macam ini. Okay, please ensure that, nampak tak? Dekat sini kan dia punya circle draw hidden line ni will be akan coincident ataupun constraint dengan line yang bawah. Please ensure jangan berlaku. Kalau boleh, what you have to do is just besarkan di sini. So tak ada connectivity with others line. Kalau tak kalau tak nanti you ada masalah. Okay, please ensure that you buat macam sini. Okay, pick this point, jangan dia macam ni, but like this one. Okay, lain. Okay, ini okay. So you want to have a constraint ataupun relationship with other line. Okay, pick this one. Alright, pick this one, and then end. Okay. Alright. So again, this is your punya first step, and then letakkan dimension kat sini. Okay, 120. Alright. So 120, and then again this one 10. Okay. Alright, this one R30. Okay, this one, tap this one R30. Alright. So again, from this from here to here, kita need to define 30. From here, pick H, this H, and so this point 30. Okay. Okay, and then make a hole, another hole. Okay. So yang hole ni dia tak beritahu size berapa kan? Tak kisahlah, you boleh letak berapa size. For example, diameter 30. Okay. D30. So again, as you can see from here, dia tak lagi constraint because nampak nampak this line dia tak vertical. This one tak vertical, pick this one, go to constraint, pick as a vertical. Okay, dah ada vertical this point, and then masih lagi part ni boleh bergerak lagi. So this part masih bergerak because kita tak letak lagi dimension. So Dimension, pick this one, pick this one. Okay. Okay, the dimension is 60. Right. So again, as you can see from here, you punya drawing already green. Okay, so you punya drawing already green, and then okay, green, and you need to check. You need to check you punya sketch ni. Bila dah buat ni, basically saya suka sketch sebelum saya buat 3D, saya suka sketch, check this sketch sama ada lagi kosong-kosong kat sini kan, dia tak tersambung. Kadang-kadang ada there are numbers of we got gap will be appear kat sini. So saya pergi tool, saya check kat sketch analysis. Alright. So dalam sketch analysis, as you can see from here, this is sketch analysis. Okay, as you can see kat sini kita ada dua geometri ya. Circle. So when you click circle, so automatic ni circle. So this is one geometry. And then kat sini adalah satu lagi implicit profile. So this is implicit profile. So define, as you can see from here, circle, status close. So kalau dia close, mana kata you punya geometry ni perfect. Okay, this one another one. Also close. Kat sini ada 8 curve and it is close. Dia punya profile close. So it means that you punya profile dalam keadaan perfect. Okay, you ada two profile, one and also two, which is first is circle, second is a profile. So this been identified as close. Okay, mana kata ni you punya tak ada masalah dari segi constraint. Okay, so ini kalau kita nak check kita punya ni. Alright. So normally, alright. Sekarang ni, bila kita buat report, bila you dah buat ni, once you already make this dimension kan. Okay, please ensure that, sekejap ya. Yang ini saya nak kena list sikit. You kena capture gambar ni. Okay, bila buat report, saya tak akan minta kamu submit you punya profile Katia. Ya, sebab based on my previous experience, kadang-kadang saya tak boleh buka langsung you punya file. Kadang-kadang ada student yang pakai version lagi terbaru. It means that kalau you have a version Katia R19, you can open Katia yang version dia lagi tinggi ataupun update. For example, R20 ke R2017 ke and so on. Mana kata, kalau tapi if saya punya Katia, if my Katia is R20, version R20, and then you punya Katia version R19, tapi itu saya boleh buka. Tapi normally saya ada 19 je. Kadang-kadang student dia dapat yang terbaru kan, dia install yang baru. Jadi bila dia submit file, saya tak boleh buka langsung. So this is important. Bila you submit file ni, you kena copy paste. Alright, you kena copy paste part yang you buat ni. Kena copy paste part yang you buat ni. Okay. Okay, saya suka kat sini ya. Okay, you need to copy paste part ni. Okay, how to copy paste? You biasalah copy paste kan, macam mana kan? Copy paste gunakan snipping tool. You gunakan snipping tool kat sini, ataupun satu lagi paling mudah pakai apa? Pakai Windows tekan Windows S saya lupa lah. Yep. Windows E. Kan, ya. Shift Windows. Saya lupa. Sekejap ya. Ni apa ni? Ya. Tak jadi ya. Windows ni.
Dia tengah tinggal. Kemudian boleh. So, pasal apa? Pasal apa?
Dia ada satu shortcut tau. Ada shortcut Windows saya pun tak ingat lah. You kena selain digunakan snipping tool here. Snipping tool. Snipping tool, snap to sketch. Rectangular snip. Okay. Okay, right. So finally, you kena pergi ke bila mula dah siap, apa you have to do is pergi ke Word. Okay. Exercise 1. Pastekan dia. Nampak? Okay, satu paste. And then okay. Again, saya nak you sketching analysis kat sini. Saya lupa, nanti saya tunjuk skill tu. Ada satu skill snipping, tak payah pakai snipping tool. Nanti you check balik. Okay, new. Nah, saya nak you capture this part. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay, nampak? Alright. So, bila dalam you punya exercise nanti, I'm going to give you format ni lah, submission lah. Tapi untuk tutorial ni, you just buat, you simpan dulu, nanti saya bagi link untuk you save lah. Tapi dalam assignment, nanti you kena buat. Saya akan bagi format. So it means that bila you submit ni, saya tak perlu open lagi file, tapi saya perlukan juga file-file tu untuk double check saja. So it means that you punya drawing must be perfect lah macam ni. And then normally saya akan minta, I'm going to ask you for this one lah. This is file. Okay. Alright. Okay. So once you already dah dapat exercise ni, what you have to do is you just save lah. Save this one. Exercise 1, okay. Exercise 1 save. Okay. Okay, and then again. Okay, no exercise. Just click open. Part. Klik OK. EX2. Klik OK. Okay, sekarang exercise 2. You buka you punya ni. Okay. So, saya buat yang exercise 2. Okay. Okay. So, kat sini exercise 2. Start part design, sketch working plane, go to sketcher, apply profile to draw the sketch rectangle, elongated hole and circle. Okay. Kat sini kita nak buat circle. Apply sketch rectangle, elongated hole and also circle. Kita nak buat circle rectangle, elongated hole and also circle. Okay, kita letak dia kat tepi. Okay, and then we squeeze it a bit. Okay. Okay, pick this one. Sketch. Alright. So dalam this case, I prefer using kat sini pun boleh. Saya gunakan center rectangle. Center rectangle. And then dia punya size is 120 times 100. 20. This one 100. Okay. 100. This one double click. 120. Alright. So again, kita dah dapat, and then kita ada elongated circle using this one by using this elongated hole. Nah, right. Okay, pick this one, second point, and then you just move it here. Okay, so what you have to do is you can write dimension. Tengok tapi you punya ni dalam keadaan yang belum lagi position so what you have to do is you need to place constraint. So this constraint, this one is 60. Alright. And then okay. Alright. So as you can see from here, kalau you pick this one circle, this become, you letak, nanti dia jadi purple. Ya. Dia dah over constraint. Because kat sini already have dimension. So what you have to do is one dimension is 10. Okay. So again, why is still white color? Because dia boleh bergerak lagi. So what you have to do is, ada dua method, tapi yang method yang paling simple kita letak dimension lah. Pick this point and also this point, letakkan dia 30. So alright, letak kat sini. Alright. Okay, ni you kena proper dimension lah. Letak sini, place in the proper dimension. Sini boleh. Ni boleh ke sini. Okay, so it's become green, and then you need to add more circle. Okay, kat sini apply transformation operation mirror. Kita nak buat whole circle. So ambil any point kat sini, this point, and then place circle dimension is 20. Alright. So 20 ada 4. Okay, what you have to do is you need to place position this point to this point 20, this point, and also this point 20. Okay, and then you need to apply mirror. Kita buat satu saja, and then kita mirrorkan dia. How to mirror it? Okay, kita cari icon mirror. Okay, this one. Sorry, nampak ni? Mirror. Okay, what we are going to mirror? Okay, alright, select this part, and then select this line. Apa? Okay, mirror first, mirror. Okay, so you nak mirrorkan dua dia. You are going to mirror both circle ni, you need select both. Okay, select. Tadi saya select this one. Dia sebenarnya any two lah, any method. Sama ada you select dia punya profile dulu, baru tukar klik mirror, ataupun you klik mirror and then you profile. And then if you have two different profile you want to mirror it, you need to select the profile first. Pick this part, press Ctrl, pick this part, and then select mirror. Select mirror to mirror element. So mirror element ni, select this. Okay. Alright. So kejap ya. Okay, saya lupa tunjuk. Ni apa ni? Okay, lupa. Okay, saya cancel balik ni. Macam mana tu, saya undo sekejap. Undo satu. Undo ni. Okay. I mirror it again. Pick this profile, go to mirror. Okay. So at the bottom of this apa dalam screen ni, apa dia punya workbench ni, kat sini dia select the line or exit from which the element will be remain equidistant. So it means that you suruh select. Still this one. Okay. Alright. So again kat sini, this is dekat sini, this space ni, select object or command. Select object ataupun select command. Okay, right now select object. Select object, press, and then two elements selected. Kita nak buat apa? What we going to do with this? You will just pick mirror. Okay, so when we pick mirror, so again, you read at the bottom of this screen ni, select the line or exit from which the element will be remain equidistant. Okay, dia suruh. Okay, select this one. Okay. Nampak kan? Okay, so you punya part ni already constrained. So this is your punya exercise number 2. And then what you have to do is you kena capture part ni, new, mana ni? Alright. Select berapa part. Okay. So sini exercise number 2. Pastekan dia. Okay, you already have a second exercise. And then you need to go to tools, sketch analysis. Okay, nampak? Check dia punya sketch analysis. Yang pastikan bahawa, so kat sini dia already mention we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 geometry. So 6 geometry. Pastikan dia ada 6 geometry. First is circle, second 2, 3, 4, 5. Mana lagi 6 ni? Itulah 4, 5, 6. Alright. 4 circle and also 1 rectangular and also 1 elongated circle. Okay, so it becomes 6. Kalau dia ada terlebih so please ensure that the status ni kosong. Close, all close. Okay, for example, I bagi 1. You accidentally terletak point. Salah. Okay, sini. Alright. Accidentally ada pick point kat sini. Tak perasan. Alright. This is tak perasan lah. Buat ada benda pula kat sini. Tool sketch analysis. Nampak tak? Sepatutnya sini you must have a 6 geometry. Tapi kat sini ada 7. Lepas tu dia bagi warning. Warning isolated point not apa benda? Not apa lah. Not in construction. Mana kata point ni tak dalam construction ataupun kita tak define apa-apa. Tak dia ada. Okay. So ini you just check. Okay, ini pick this one, okay, ada circle. Okay, circle tu okay. For circle, okay. Circle, okay. Ini this one rectangle pun okay. Okay, this one this elongated hole pun okay. Ini ada point pula. Okay, nampak. So this point will be appear when you clear this one. Okay, ada kat sini punya. Okay, ini kena delete lah, kena buang. So you can delete this one using delete geometry. Okay, pay this one. Okay, settle. Okay, once once you already check dia punya sketch analysis, you need to save you punya part ni. Sketch tool, new. Okay. Alright. Betul ni. Alright. Alright. So, simpan dulu file ni dalam you punya komputer so kan. Mana saya punya folder tadi? Mana ni? Lab 1. Okay, lab 1 sketch nama. Okay, selamat. So, this is your punya file, selesai. Okay, ni dah selesai. Terus. Okay. So, sekarang you dah dapat buat 2 exercise and then bolehlah you apa? The rest of the exercise you need to buat lah. Okay. So, you buat exercise ni macam mana saya tunjukkan mirror tadi, nak buat mirror pun. Okay, bawah ni pun sama. Buat profile, apply profiling to draw rectangle, sketch and so on lah. Lepas tu buat mirror. Nampak ada mirror operation. So, dalam this case, dia kata apply transformation operation mirror to sketch. So, which mean that kalau dalam this case, saya normally akan buat separuh je. Saya akan buat sini separuh kan. Sini, distance ni dari sini ke sini saya buat. Buat sini, 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 sampai sini. And then the remaining kat sini, because of this is symmetric part, so saya akan mirrorkan part di sini. And then automatic dia akan mirror sebelah. Okay, so once you already make both already make profile ni ataupun this profile, barulah you buat rectangle kat tengah-tengah ni. Itu dia punya teknik lah. Apply operation corner. Oh, ni corner kat sini. Okay, so dalam again sign apply operation corner. Okay, saya tunjuk yang ni lah sikit. Apply operation corner, yang ni belum tunjuk. Sikit je, last So this is last. Lepas ni you buat sendiri. So this one you save. Boleh dah exercise. Oh, ni belum Excel lagi. Save. Boleh offkan, and then you can save kat sini lah. File new. X3. Okay, ni last. Okay, untuk this part. Okay, swipe plane, select sketch, example. Okay, saya ambil ni. I use this profile, and then what I will do is, saya buat macam ni. Okay, this one, distance dia lebih kurang 4T. Okay, sebab this. Lepas tu saya kat sini distance dia 10. Lepas tu saya buat dia kat sini lebih kurang macam ni je. Lepas tu saya buat macam ni. Lepas tu, okay, this one. Okay. Dan tekan escape. So, saya buat di sini, and then what I have to do is I place a dimension for this one. It's about 40. This one, pick this 9 and also this 9. It's about 60. Okay, this point 10. This point also 10. Okay, the distance berapa Berapa distance dia? Sini 30. Berapa? Ni 10, 20. Alright. 20. Okay. From here to here, it's about 20. Okay. I analyze this one. Okay. So kat sini apply operation corner. So kat sini. Alright, corner. Nampak Operation.
Tak boleh pinjam.
Operation. Kat sini we have corner.
Fillet.
So we have corner here. Kalau you nak buat field chamfer kat sini. So this is corner, operation corner. Pick this one. Pick first, second, and then this is this one. Okay. So R10. Right? same operation also same. At the bottom this one also same operation. Pick this one. Okay, double click here. Press 10. Okay. So you already have. Okay, nampak? Okay, so what you have to do is to apply mirror. Yang tengah-tengah ni, yang ni center ni buat kenyan. Select this one. Ataupun you just go to sketch. Pick this sketch. Please mirror. And then select. Tak boleh. Select the element to be duplicate symmetry. Kenapa tak boleh? Yeah. Pick this one. Pick this one. Okay. Fine. Kadang kita select sketch. Kadang dia nak kita select all the dimension as well. Nampak? Okay. Alright, so the rest is just using circle, rectangle. Kat sini berapa dimension dia? Okay. Saya tak tahu dimension dia berapa ni. 20-20. Kalau 20-20, better pakai yang ni lah. Pakai ni, center. Okay, ambil di center. Click this one. So this one 20. This one 20 as well. Okay, punya position 30 from ni ataupun saya lupa nak off kan. I forgot to off. Okay, so the distance must be from here to the center. Okay, must be 30 lah. Okay. Okay, let's say yang gambar ni tak berapa. You nak capture dia susah. Bila you capture gambar dia ni biru kan, saya pun tak nampak kan. Tengok pun tak not really clear. Apa yang biasa saya buat ni, saya pergi ke tool, saya pergi ke option. Under visualization, saya tukar dia, bagi dia terang sikit. Ni right. Tak cantik sorry. Sorry, salah tekan. Tool, option, you can change to be a view. Warna putih.
Gila tak nanti.
Okay. Tapi dia ni lah. Okay. Alright. Mana yang paling you rasa selesa lah dia punya environment? kadang-kadang tak berapa selesa. X exercise number 3, paste this one. Tapi mana yang you prefer lah. Tapi kadang-kadang it's up to you. Tapi yang penting saya boleh nampak, kamu pun boleh nampak. And then again, don't forget to sketch analysis. Okay, so as you can see from here, we have a two profile, which is status must be closed. Okay, ini rumus. So for this one, sketch analysis. This is one. Alright. Okay. Itu saja yang saya nak share pada kamu. So yang ini saya stop lah dia punya recorder ni. Okay, saya stop je. Alright. Stop recording. Okay. Ya.
Kalau status tu dia tulis isolate kenapa kan?
Isolate. Kalau status isolate, so mana kata dia terputus ke ataupun ada benda asing lain lah. Dia terputus. Mana kata dia tak bercantum. Dia must be close. Dia must be close. Tapi kalau satu line mesti isolate lah. Kalau line saja dia isolate. Cek tukar ni lah. Saya pun tak berapa nampak. Mana menarik ni. Okay. Ya. Okay. Alright. So yang ni you need to save. Jangan forget to save. Yes, exactly. Okay. Mana ni? Nak tutup ni. Mana tadi kita? Kita dah sampai mana ni? Dah lupa saya.